Police dash cams have captured some pretty strange things over the years, but this one appeared on a dark road when an officer was simply out on patrol. The cruiser is driving through the darkness when the headlights suddenly reveal something misty in the middle of the road. It seems to appear almost out of nowhere. The officer is already too close to stop, so the cruiser drives straight through it. But the officer clearly noticed something. He immediately turns the car around to see what was standing in the road. And that's when the camera catches something even stranger. An apparition-like shape can be seen moving across the street, before disappearing into the darkness. There doesn't appear to be anyone nearby, and the officer himself seemed unable to explain what he had just seen. Honestly, if my headlights suddenly revealed a ghost in the road, I'm not sure I'd be turning around to investigate. I'd suddenly have somewhere very important to be. The video was titled Ghost Caught on Camera, Police Dash Cam, and many viewers believe the footage shows a genuine paranormal encounter. But was this actually a ghost crossing the road, or could there be a more ordinary explanation for what the officer captured? You tell me. The Nevada State Prison in Carson City has been standing since 1862, and after more than a century of executions, violence, and death, it's probably safe to say this isn't exactly the kind of place you'd want to visit after dark. The abandoned prison has long been linked to strange voices, unexplained noises, and reports of apparitions wandering through its empty corridors. So, Ghost Vex decided to find out for themselves. With nothing but their equipment and the darkness surrounding them, the team made their way through the prison.
Can you make a noise for me? Let me know where you are. Let me know where you are. Do you want to see what I'm seeing right now? This is with night vision on. That's what I see right now. Alright, I'm gonna head back.
Then, somewhere inside the corridor, a voice suddenly breaks the silence. Get out. And just when things couldn't get more uncomfortable, something appears at the far end of the hallway. A pale, white figure briefly stands in the darkness before vanishing from sight. No footsteps, no explanation. Just an empty corridor where something had been standing moments earlier. And honestly, after hearing a voice tell me to leave, I'd probably listen. Ghost hunting isn't worth getting evicted from a building by the dead. Viewers believe the figure could be the spirit of a former inmate still trapped inside the prison. But was this really a ghost caught on camera? Or did the darkness simply play a very convincing trick? You tell me. Even in broad daylight, a cemetery can have a way of making you feel like you're being watched. And this next video from Vault of Fear might give you a very good reason to trust that feeling. The video is titled, Graveyard Ghost Caught on Tape, and according to the description, the cemetery sits beside an old warehouse with a disturbing history. Years earlier, an exorcist was reportedly called to the warehouse after workers began experiencing poltergeist activity. Things became so frightening that some employees refused to work there after dark. Now, a group of paranormal investigators has decided to explore the cemetery next door. As they slowly scan the graves, everything appears quiet. Until the camera reaches the church.
Oh. See it? Do you see it?
The person filming suddenly notices something near the entrance. He gasps and zooms in. Standing beside the church door is what appears to be the figure of a woman. He asks, "Do you see it?" The others confirm that they can. But before they can get any closer, the figure suddenly disappears. No walking away, no hiding behind the building. Just gone. And honestly, if a random woman appeared beside a church and then vanished while I was filming, I'd probably consider that my official invitation to go home. Some viewers believe the figure is a genuine apparition, while others think there's a much simpler explanation. So, what was standing beside that church? A ghost caught in the cemetery? Or just a very convincing trick of the camera? Serita Cerida isn't exactly the kind of game you'd want to play after school. In parts of South America, children supposedly play this game by placing 2 coins together and asking questions to an entity called Serita Cerida. It's similar to Charlie Charlie or Bloody Mary, except there's one disturbing warning attached to it. According to the legend, once you invite Serita Cerida in, it doesn't necessarily leave with you. Some believe the entity can follow the person who summoned it, slowly driving them insane. So, when South American YouTuber Lupi's Gamer and her daughter Regina decided to try the game themselves, they probably weren't expecting anything unusual. Then Regina asks her question, and something appears behind her.
Bueno, vamos a decir, 1, 2, 3. Sarita, Sarita, ¿podemos entrar al juego?
No. Otra vez.
Sarita, Sarita, ¿podemos entrar al juego?
Sí, sí.
¿Qué fue?
Sarita, Sarita. Tal vez.
Tal vez.
A pale hand suddenly reaches out from behind Regina's shoulder. The two immediately panic and turn on the lights. But there's nobody there. Just an empty space where that hand seemed to be moments earlier. Viewers were horrified by the footage, with many warning Lupi's Gamer that playing Serita Cerida may have been a terrible idea. And honestly, if a mysterious hand suddenly appears behind my daughter, I'm not asking the spirit another question. I'm moving to a different country. Was this actually something supernatural? Or is there a perfectly normal explanation for what appeared behind Regina? Either way, I think the coins can stay exactly where they are. This next creepy video comes from the Japanese ghost channel Fourth Wall, and the footage was recorded by a videographer, known only as S, during one of his visits to a supposedly haunted building. S had previously sent Fourth Wall several folders containing his explorations, but one video was strangely missing its data. Much later, the team accidentally discovered the hidden file. And there was one problem. S had apparently warned them about this particular location with 3 simple words: never go there. The footage begins with S checking some shelves, when a small statue suddenly falls beside him and crashes onto the floor. He casually picks it up and puts it back. If only he knew that was probably the building's way of saying, welcome. As S continues exploring, loud knocks and banging sounds echo through the building. He searches for the source but finds nothing. Then, around 9 minutes in, his camera catches something disturbing. A small, child-sized shadow can be seen standing near a doorway upstairs. S continues down the hallway and checks the doors, but every single one is locked. Then he walks away. And suddenly, one of the doors swings open by itself. S cautiously enters and finds an empty room with a strange chair sitting in the middle. But seconds later, the door behind him suddenly slams shut. He tries to escape, it won't open. S is trapped. Then, without explanation, the door unlocks. He doesn't waste another second and runs. But as he races down the stairs, something appears behind him. The dark figure can be seen peeking from the very room where S was just trapped. And that's the detail that makes this footage so disturbing. Did S accidentally encounter whatever was hiding inside that building? Or is there a completely different explanation for what appeared on camera? Whatever the answer is, after hearing Never Go There, I'd personally recommend following instructions. Franco TV's One investigation starts with very bad decision. Frank heading into an abandoned monastery alone after dark. The building has a reputation for paranormal activity, but Frank isn't exactly the type to take a warning and go home. He makes his way toward the monastery while strange noises echo through the darkness around him.
What is up, guys? Thank you for watching Franco TV. I just made it to this crazy location. I did a I am freaking out right now. What the hell is that? Look at what I found. I'm right now outside, and this place is horrifying. What the hell is that? I legit thought somebody was peeking out at me there. I was like, that's horrifying.
At first, there's nothing to see. Just empty paths, ruined walls, and whatever is making those sounds hiding somewhere nearby. Frank continues deeper into the property, and about 10 minutes into the investigation, the noises suddenly become more intense. He turns toward the railings, trying to figure out where they're coming from. Then his camera catches something.
I'm gonna try to keep this camera as still as I can. Look at the eyes. You see it? What the hell is that? It's big. There's more than just one. What is that? Alright, I'm going inside. Look. There's something watching me on the other side of the fence.
Footsteps.
Oh. There's something outside. Outside, I could literally see what looked like eyes moving up and down. Like something was watching me and then kind of hiding under, and there was another one behind it. I don't know what that was. Whatever it is, I feel safer.
Several pairs of glowing eyes are staring back at him from the darkness. Not one, not two, several. And they're just sitting there, watching him. Frank immediately backs away and runs inside the monastery, apparently deciding that whatever is outside can keep the property. Honestly, I don't blame him. If a bunch of glowing eyes start watching me from the darkness, the investigation is officially over. My ghost hunting career can end right there. Frank later claimed that something demonic had been waiting for him outside. But were those really the eyes of something supernatural? Or was there a much simpler explanation hiding in the darkness? Either way, I'd be curious to know what you think was watching Frank that night. This next video comes from the Spanish ghost hunting channel Grisel Luna, where Grisel and her friend explore an abandoned farmhouse late at night. At first, the investigation seems pretty normal, apart from a few strange noises coming from inside the property. But around 14 minutes in, things suddenly take a much darker turn.
Acabamos de hacer una oración por todas estas almas o por la entidad que se encuentra aquí, porque hemos sido testigo y es muy impactante lo que hemos vivido dentro de este sitio, donde sé que hay almas en pena, o probablemente solo una que está aquí y que es la que se ha manifestado. Esta oración fue para ti y para todas las demás entidades que se encuentran aquí. Yo creo que es momento de retirarnos porque... ¡Ay, no mames, no mames, no mames! ¡Ay! ¡Ay, güey! ¡No mames! Yo vi algo, vamos, ven. Ven. Algo se asomó aquí. Ven, por favor, algo. Córrele. ¡Ay! ¡Ay! No mames, ¿qué hay aquí? Córrele, Meli, ven. ¡Ay, no mames! Es que yo aquí vi que se asomó algo, te lo juro. ¡Ay, quién anda aquí! Yo ya no sé. De verdad. No hay nada.
While investigating the garage, Grisel points her camera toward an old truck, and something strange appears behind it. A dark, shadowy figure slowly rises into view, almost like someone is secretly watching them. Then, just as quickly it ducks back down, Grisel immediately rushes toward the truck, expecting to find someone hiding there. But there's nobody. The entire area is completely empty. And that's where this gets seriously creepy. The figure doesn't seem to run away, it simply disappears before Grisel can reach it. Grisel believes she captured what she calls the ghost woman haunting the farmhouse. And honestly, if a mysterious figure starts peeking over a truck at me in an abandoned farmhouse, I'm not staying around to introduce myself. But was this really a ghost caught on camera? Or could there be another explanation for the strange figure?